across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check that, walk 54, walk 54. Hey, let's get in that hole.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey. 4 down.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hold up. Mike 54. Mike 54.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
Kamara try the right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
46-yard line.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Good. Mike 58. Get low, go. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. He's checking.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a creep.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quinton Dunbar with a pick. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs, and even 40 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
At the 31-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I'm coming.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Well, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
Forced out to his left, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They complete it to Hill. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Philip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Hit from behind. He's going to be driven down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
53, check 53.
He'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Buying time to his left. Kansas City touchdown.
That's it, huh?
The try here for the extra point.
Let's go.
And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Jackson throwing again. That's complete to John Ross. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Check 26, check 26. Harper. Mike's by 4.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up a throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 46. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. He'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the... This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hayward. Great stop. Come on. Check. Watch 54.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Chiefs' 23-yard line.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight. Don't let him breathe, defense.
To throw again is Jackson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And some room to run now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and inches. Looking for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by Jordan Willis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gets this one to Hill. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Watch the run. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Right there, 54. There, 54 Mike. I'm coming.
Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Despite the nice gain of 13 yards, it's 4th down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
4th down, here's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Check 53. Tackles.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Kamara. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
In your face.
25, check 20.
Straight. That's it.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.